What's up, guys? Welcome back to Galactic Reviews. I'm Payson, and sound off.
Ethan.
And Zach.
And this week we reviewed the movie Tenet. It is out in theaters right now, and this is a review, so there will be some spoilers if you have not seen the movie. Which, if you click this movie and you want to see it, you probably shouldn't watch this, but if you don't really care, keep watching through, and don't blame us for screwing you over with this movie. So, anyway, let's get right down to trivia. Alright, question uno. For the bilinguals that watch. Mainly just Ricky, but okay.
Right.
Alright, question one. What is the name of the main character? Or what does he go by?
Yes, sir.
Alright, Zach, we'll start with you since you seem so confident.
It's not really confidence. It was a question, and I wanted it answered. So, he just went by the protagonist.
Alright, Ethan?
Protagonist.
Yep.
Okay.
Went. Yep, that is correct. He did go by the protagonist. I would have also accepted Tenet, even though that is the organization. I could see how that could get confused.
Does it
And
not say his name at
It
all?
never
in the
says
whole
his
thing?
name. Nope,
Uh-huh.
Okay,
never
that was
says
going
his
to be
name.
my question later, if it ever did.
Yeah, it
Because
never,
I didn't remember.
It never says his name.
Okay.
So, okay. You guys both got that one? Alright, question two. Who does he work for in the beginning of the movie?
Anyways,
Alright, we'll start with you, Ethan.
Me too.
the CIA.
Okay, Zach?
I'm sure.
Mine was like, no, I got that wrong because he's not British. I was going to say the English intelligence, but that was wrong because, yeah.
Alright, Ethan, you were on the money. It was the CIA.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shoot.
that's who he was working for.
It's crazy what happens when I pay attention to a movie.
It was like the first 5 minutes, bro.
Man, watch out.
Yeah, you should have paid attention to the first 5 minutes.
Hey, there was a lot going on. It was the
It
first
is.
5 minutes.
I get that, yeah. Okay, question three. What is the device called that can reverse an object or a person's entropy? To put it in layman's terms, it is the turning doohickey that introverts a person.
Thank
Okay.
you, Payson, because you know I'm stupid. I appreciate that.
Honestly, that helped a lot.
I appreciate you.
Alright, Zach, we'll start with you.
Alright, Ethan, I want your answer to be better than mine, please.
Right.
A revolving door. There's my answer.
Alright, Ethan?
It's the turnstile, right?
Ethan is correct. Zach, I do like your answer, but that is wrong.
Hey, I'll be honest, I watched this movie and it was very busy. I was
Yeah,
busy.
it was. I will agree with you on that
It
one.
was a lot.
It was a lot.
Alright, question four. What is the name of the person who seeks to destroy the world by releasing the algorithm?
No.
Ethan, your answer, please.
like Sator or something like that. Sator. I
Alright,
can't remember. Say something.
okay. Zach,
It's Andre.
you guys are both correct on that one. It is Andre Sator.
I remember
Yeah.
that
Andre
because
Sator,
I'm
or
like,
something like that.
because the name sounded so familiar. I'm like, the name was from a different movie we watched, and all I remembered was Princess Bride. Andre the Giant, and that was it.
Alright. Okay, this one has two different answers. I need both of them for this one. What is the name of his wife and son? Zach, we'll start with you this time.
It's Kat and Alex.
Alright, Ethan?
It's Cat for sure, but it was Tyler.
I believe you guys are both wrong on the sun. I am
Alright.
questioning myself now, so
Because it only said his name a few times.
yeah,
And you never actually met the kid.
I believe it is Max. Hold on, let me check. Real quick.
Max?
Yes.
Okay. Still a generic name.
Yeah.
But
No, it's definitely Max.
I'm like,
Okay.
yeah. I knew it was a generic name. I just didn't know what name it was.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So the correct answer is Cat and Max. So,
So
if
we
you guys
can
both
do
get a
that.
point for that one, you just don't get the child
Okay.
one. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Question number 6. There are 8 questions, by the way, and Zach, I believe you're down by 2. So.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 6. What is the name of the protagonist's informant that later becomes his handler?
Can you put that in layman for me, bro?
Okay, who's the guy that he meets in that hotel thing when he's
Oh.
going to meet the Indian arms
Yeah.
maker
Mm-hmm.
that ends up becoming basically his assistant and everything,
Yep.
like his
Oh!
sidekick.
The
Got
homie!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you
To
were
put it
talking
even
about the
more-
chick.
To put it in more even layman's more terms, who is the next Batman?
Wow, that's
Yeah,
breaking
yeah,
the fourth
yeah, yeah.
wall here.
Ethan, we'll start with you.
Is it Nell?
All right, Zach.
Neil?
I'll have to give it to Zach on that one. It is Neil, not Nell. I am sorry, Ethan.
For sure. For sure. It is Neil. I'm
Yeah.
just tripping, bro.
I mean, when you said Nell,
was- it was very
I started
close.
to contradict myself. I'm like, wait, is it Nell?
No. That was foolish. That was foolish, Zachary.
All right. Question number 7. What is the name of the military commander to the mission in the inverted battlefield? There
In
are
the
2
inverted
commanders.
battlefield?
Yes.
Okay.
There are 2 commanders. I will accept either one, or if you can name me both, I'll give you 2 points.
Can we be
Okay. There is a
So
red
you
team
mean, like,
leader.
I was
And a
I was
blue
about to
team
ask, is it the red team and the blue team? I wasn't
Yes,
sure if that
it
was
is the
going to be a
red
question.
team leader and
Okay.
the blue team leader.
Okay.
I'll take either or both. If you get both, I'll give you 2 points. All right, Zach, we'll start with you.
I know only the red team leader, and that's Ives.
Okay. Do you want to give a guess for the blue team?
Catherine.
All right. Is that Ethan?
Eyes is for sure the red. We had
Yeah.
that. That's that good thinking.
Yeah.
But the second one, I'm gonna have to say protein powder.
Protein powder?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. The first one you guys both got correct. Now, Zach, what did you say for
I said Catherine.
Catherine? Okay. I
I'm-
cannot give that to you because the second officer is never given a first name. You're just given the last name. It is Wheeler.
So okay. So hold up. You set us up for this the whole time.
What?
It was a trick question from the very beginning.
What was?
Yes.
Okay. He gets me, and that's all I need.
What?
Yep.
I don't get what you're talking about. What was a trick question? I said give either or. Ives is correct. Now the second one was Wheeler, which neither of you got right. I was
Mhm.
trying to look up the first
Yeah.
name. Turns out there is no first name. So
All right.
That's
All
tough.
right.
I was
Sweet.
trying to help you out, Zach.
That's fine. That's fine. I appreciate it nonetheless.
All right. Last question, question 8. Where was Andre raised, and where did he find his first inverted first inverted time capsule?
I'm just. We good? Zach, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna say Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
All right. Zach.
All I know is it's a small town in Russia. that it was so small it didn't appear on any map, and I think it starts with a C.
Compton?
That's all I've got.
I want to give it to you, Zach, because you
I
are
know.
very, very close.
I am so close, but that's all
But-
I've got.
You're wrong, man. It is actually Stalsk 12.
12?
Yeah.
It has a number with its name?
Yep. Stalsk 12.
What happened to 1 through 11?
I believe after they got rebuilt, this was the only one that wasn't rebuilt.
Okay.
Due to radiation.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
I think
that was.
Yay.
I believe
Yeah.
that was the questions. I believe, if my math does me correct, Zach, you were.
I think I lost.
Zach, you lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
So, the punishment is, for the outro, you have to talk backwards.
All right, no, I'm done. I'm leaving, guys. I can't talk backwards. Bye.
You have to try to talk backwards. And the thing I will do is, after you talk backwards, what I'm gonna do
Now,
is
talk
I will
backwards as
take-
in talk, but like Yoda backwards.
no, like talk like inverted backwards.
Can I just record myself now and play it backwards?
No. You can, but you have to talk backwards. You can try to mimic how you talk backwards if you record it on your phone and play it backwards, but you have to try to talk backwards.
Do you understand how? Okay, and I'm gonna do the outro like that.
Listen, here's what you gotta do. Just write out like a sentence or two, but backwards, or like write it out.
Can I just say
flip
peace
it.
out, homies?
You could say whatever you want.
Homies out, peace. Simple.
Yeah, but no, I gotta say it backwards.
You
That's
can
the
say,
whole thing. I can't
This
say
is-
homies out, peace. I have to do it.
how about this? You have to say, this has been Galactic Reviews. See you next week. Bye. That's what you have to say. This has been Galactic Reviews, or you can just say, see you next week. Bye. And then that's it.
Abe.
See, he
Have
got
fun
it. Why
with that.
can't you?
Because I'm not that coordinated with my tongue.
Well, Zach's figuring that out, trying to figure out the stuff for how to say the outro backwards.
Oh my gosh.
Ethan, what did you saying his sentence backwards?
I'm gonna write it out backwards. How about that?
It's not like I.
So, Ethan,
Yes.
what'd you think of the movie?
Honestly, Payson. So let me go through my experience of watching the movie.
Okay.
I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, cool. You know, it's cool. It's a nice movie. Oh wow, you know, I'm catching things, you know. And then
Yeah.
the longer it went, the less engaged I was, and then I just got bored and mad because I didn't understand what was going on, and then it was like, you know, and then at one point I pulled out my phone and I was like, how long is this movie? And that meant that 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. But it was a great movie. They did their thing. But the first time is rough.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. I get that.
It's hard the first time.
Yeah.
All
To
right.
me, when I saw it, the first like hour, it felt like a bad James Bond movie. And then it started to get into the time streams and everything pretty much, and it started to get interesting, but it took a while. I was expecting more fighting, I'll be honest, with the guns and everything, but I didn't get as much combat as I wanted and was expecting from this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the last like 20 minutes that made up for the majority of the movie combat wise, just seeing everything in reverse and then flopping back and forth with it, it was generally a great idea for a movie, and I enjoyed it. I think one of my favorite things was when Neil explained who he was to the protagonist, and all of their code words and phrases and everything. It just pulled the movie together, as in, this is a discrete organization that no one will hear about, no one will know that the world was at stake, that kind of stuff. And it really made you feel that this shouldn't exist at all. So
honestly, whenever messing with time is brought into a movie like that, you know it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so complicated because it's such an, I don't want to say an overdone thing, is messing with the time streams and everything, but
Man,
people
even
do
Marvel
it-
messes with the time stream, bro.
Exactly. People do it a lot.
Yeah.
Movie and plot is really rough, but I think they pulled it off.
Yeah, I think this is one of the few
It was just a
movies-
very
yeah.
it was just a very slow, like, first hour, and then the second hour was
Okay.
it was good.
All right. I think this is one of the few movies that actually pulled off time travel really, really well. Because you really don't get. I wouldn't say you get. I would think that everything was well thought out, and you can tell by the way that everything went as you progressed, as like you were the protagonist in this film. So you saw how everything played out, and everything happened in ways that you never would have thought. Like him fighting himself within the first hour. So
Why Neil left the guy, like, after they had their big fight and he was running away, and Neil tackled him and pushed him down the hallway and then turned around and left. I'm like, why was that? But I'm glad it was explained, and the way it was explained was really, really good.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
It was.
Just seeing him like the mask fall off, and you're like, oh wow, oh that's crazy.
And the way that they made the side character, who you would have automatically been like, okay, this guy is gonna be the back burner. He's just gonna be the guy that's just gonna come in at random moments and help save the day or whatever. He's gonna be that excuse. They made him so much more of a character that got introduced.
I'll be honest, at some points I expected him to come out and be like, yeah, I'm the villain, I'm going to lock you up and kill you and give you my whole monologue, and then you're going to escape and everything. But it wasn't like that at all.
It was very well thought out.
Yeah.
And
The script was really well made. The first half was really slow, but extremely necessary.
Yes.
I got a question for y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
The audio in the movie, were y'all having an issue with that?
Every once in a while,
I thought
the audio,
Are you talking?
and then it just
Like understanding what they're saying sometimes is what I mean.
Well, sometimes they were talking backwards as
Yeah.
well.
No, yeah, but like, see, it was at times you're like, yo, my boy, what did he just say? And we thought it was just a theater, and one of us, me and my boy, and a couple of my boys, my girl, we went to watch the movie. And one of us looked that up, like, what's with the audio? And they saw, like, different people were like, yeah, the audio was kind of messed up, you know? I was just wondering if y'all had a similar experience.
Was it?
No, I got most of the stuff, but I actually got
trying to
most of
think-
the stuff.
I'm trying to go back because I know there were points where the audio was
Like, what-
kind of.
Are you talking about like music or talking? Because I mean, some
Talking.
points they talked fast,
Well, it wasn't fast. It was like,
muffled.
Kinda.
It was.
Was it when
Yeah.
they were wearing masks or whatever?
No,
The
No, just
whispering?
no. It was just as if they just had a bad
If they could have done
setup
better with
at
the
that
audio.
shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It
never
just
heard
didn't pick
audio
it up.
problems, but that's just me. I never heard
I
any
don't
audio
know.
problems.
It could have been like that
but-
on purpose, for all I know. But
True.
And
But
now that yeah, I did notice a few points. It was noticeable, but it happened. It didn't last for a long time, so
Mhm.
more than likely I went over it most of the time. I did notice it once or twice though.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I don't remember that at all. And I'm sorry, I don't.
who knows?
I understood
know.
mostly everything, except, well, there wasn't really. The only times that I really didn't understand everything was when he was beating up the guy that that stole the gold from his capsule or whatever. That you
Mhm.
assume is the one that he's gonna send back to himself,
Mhm.
which I thought was ingenious, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I have no idea. Well, the theory is, I believe that what they said was that people from the future were sending time capsules back so that way he could find them. And so that way he could be funding their algorithm.
The thing is, I
Was
don't
what
know
Priya said.
because that doesn't make sense because at the last few minutes, like the last 30 minutes or whatever, when they were explaining that the person who made all those time capsules went back to the past and hid them and then committed suicide. So how did they find out where those capsules were hidden in the first place?
Probably somebody from the future was able to communicate with Sotar to get the
Yeah.
time capsule.
But then
'Cause,
they
I mean,
would,
that would've
but they
also
would
ex-
have to find they would
Yeah.
have to find them in the future. And
No.
then
They
I mean
just have
it's
to go.
just
They just have to be inverted to go far enough back into the past.
yes, but she
Or-
hid them in the past and killed herself so that no one would know their location. So in the
Yeah.
future, how did they find them? And then they would have to tell it. That to me, I got
Now,
confused there.
sounds like somebody. He was given money to go search for these things, and that was his lifelong goal.
Yeah, but he was also given information from the future of where and funding and everything like that. So that's the only thing I got confused with.
Well, probably some documents, because I mean, governments would have found these items at some point,
Well,
and
yeah.
then would have documented them, saying, "We have no idea what it is. Plutonium. It's got radiation off the wall." So just he was getting fun. Governments would have been like, they would have documented these as, what's the best way to say that? Probably irregularities, and so they would have.
Then
had to
the
do
thing
something
is,
with them.
they would have had to gotten the information from all these different governments that found these, and then sent them to. So,
Yeah.
they would have to steal the information from all these governments.
Well, it's the future, and we don't know how far in the future. So by then, all the
They did
governments
say
could have
they did
become
say
one.
it was a few centuries in the future.
A few what?
Centuries.
Centuries? Okay, well, by then, the world could be a desolate desert,
Well,
like Tatooine.
I mean, yeah, I suppose there's just a lot of possibilities.
Yeah,
I wish
well,
they would have
that's the thing.
explained.
It gives you, which I think Christopher Nolan actually does a lot of times, is he actually gives you enough to where it makes sense, but enough to where if you want, you can make it whatever you want.
Yeah,
You can explain it however you need to.
yeah.
Because I mean, he does the same thing in Inception a lot. As far as Dark Knight goes, Christian Bale kind of answers a lot of the questions, because I believe he considers that his films. But there's a lot of stuff that gives you pause and makes you have to think about it, but you can't explain it,
Mhm.
at least in your mind. So
Yeah.
which I kind of get why, why some of that stuff doesn't quite make sense, but there's a lot of variables that.
Yeah. Well, it's also the whole time travel thing, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of paradoxes and everything.
Yeah.
So, first
what
off, if they knew it was going to fail, first
Are
thing,
you talking
if
about
they
the
knew it
algorithm
was,
itself?
yeah, but then, honestly, they would have had to known that it would have failed in the first place. So,
What do you mean failed?
because the time paradox that they wanted was the world to be destroyed. For him to find all the plutonium, put them together, and use it, and destroy the planet when he dies. That's
Okay,
pretty much what they wanted, but
Yeah.
they didn't succeed, so why did they go through with it? They knew they failed, so why did they do it anyways?
My guess is they were either looking for some kind of new energy that they were hoping this would create, or they were just hoping that this would end the suffering that might be happening in the future. You aren't given a clear thought as to why they want this to happen. You just know that they want this to happen. They want.
Yeah, but
You can tell they want. They basically want to make this weapon to be able to threaten in the face of people saying, "We can use this at any time, so don't mess with us."
yeah, but the thing is, they put it into his hands, wanting him to use it as soon as he put it together. But since he failed at that timeline, they would have known he failed because there would have been no recorded history of him succeeding. So
But
why would they go through with it and let it fall in the hands of Tenet?
well, probably because they didn't even know that if he succeeded or failed.
But they would know because it's the future.
But they wouldn't know because Tenet never really exists.
Yes, but they would know because, let's be honest, it's a giant nuclear warhead that can destroy the whole planet's ecosystem. If it didn't go off, they would know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
But they
So-
also wouldn't know where to look
Mm.
for it
Yeah.
afterwards because Tenet never existed.
Yeah, but that's the whole purpose. If they didn't give the information then Tenet wouldn't have found it, and they would have still had the information of where it was all located.
Zachary,
And then
that's where you're flawed. Because how would Tenet... Never mind. I
Go
was
ahead,
just
man.
gonna say some...
Go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say some dumb shit.
It's the whole paradox thing that doesn't make sense, and
So
to me,
you said Tenet was gonna find them, but Tenet also never existed?
Well, Tenet
No,
exists. Yeah, the whole
I'm
thing
talking
is
about
Tenet
Tenet the
existed.
organization. I'm not talking about Tenet the man.
Well, okay,
Like
well,
the whole world,
the only
Tenet
thing
doesn't exist.
that I can think of is if they possibly make like a sequel, and because they said Tenet wouldn't be made or founded until the future.
No,
Okay. Cause
So
No,
Tenet would have
okay,
only
I'm following.
appeared in the future.
no. Tenet was
I'm
made.
following.
Tenet was made in his future.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Which means that the organization during the movie Tenet wasn't even an organization yet. It didn't exist
No, it
until
was an
his
organization.
future.
No, it
Because
was an
he's the
organization.
one that founded it.
Yeah.
No, he founded it, so it
Yeah.
technically didn't exist until he realized he was Tenet.
No.
Yes.
It was founded, but it was a future him that was inverted and came back years beforehand.
Yes, but it wasn't founded because he is
No, he
the
founded
whole
it.
reason
he
that it
founded
was founded.
He founded it in the past.
This is why I hate time travel movies. Because they confuse me and I just hate them because
And you get angry
Open
Yes.
your third eye, Zach.
and you want
No.
to punch something, Zach?
not really.
Okay. Any other questions that you guys might have? Because I like this movie.
You've slowly destroyed this movie for me.
Who, me?
I'm slowly seeing all the plot holes in this movie and I hate it.
Okay, then do you like Endgame?
I mean, not really.
Okay. I was about to go off on that movie. Yeah.
No, because that's our topic. I don't have any
Yeah.
questions. I'm good.
Why do you like this? Do you like this movie?
No, it makes my head hurt, bro.
You don't like this
It really does,
You
because
know-
there's a
you
whole
know,
lot of
Peyton.
time paradoxes in
Okay,
this
you want to know
movie.
something
I'm not
interesting
starting
that I
off
found
this.
out the second time I watched this?
What?
What?
You know that Russian officer that shoots the other officer behind Tenet with a bullet, with the inverted bullet?
Mm.
That's actually Neil.
The Russian.
That is Neil in disguise
I'm trying to think what part you're talking about.
in the opera theater where he is.
Oh,
where
in the
guns
very
pulled on
beginning,
him.
the one. Yeah.
In the very beginning. That
Yeah.
is Neil.
Okay.
He's got the same backpack and the
I was about to say
same
because the
washer.
backpack.
and the washer. Yeah.
Well, of course it would have to be Neil because, first off, Neil came from the future to the past from like, it's got to be over like 5 years. So he's 5
Yeah.
years inverted, pretty much.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know whether he came from the future and then became inverted, or if Tenet got inverted 2 years prior, started this organization, and then
Exactly. I mean,
which
it's
that
it's
part
like
is confusing, but it's
the whole point
it's up to
is
the
they even
individual person.
explained it. The grandfather paradox.
Yeah.
If you go and kill your grandfather in the past, then would you exist in the future? Would you just be destroyed as soon as you did it? So nothing, and that's the whole purpose. This whole movie to me feels like a grandfather paradox.
How so?
What?
With the whole, they gave the information to blow up, to use the weapon, but it never went off. So
Well, they know they succeeded because their lives still continued.
yeah, but the people who sent the information for him to find all of these plutonium 421 wanted him to use it to destroy the planet.
Maybe that, or they wanted to see how far he would get, or how far he would
Maybe-
be willing
I mean,
to go.
Yeah, that
The
wasn't.
thing is, you
yeah.
don't know because
You don't know, but honestly, I just think it just, to me, seems like a paradox within itself.
It
Because
it
if they knew it
depends
failed,
on
then
yeah. Okay.
they would have just they would have just scrapped that and went to someone else and gave it to someone else, and it would just be an endless time loop.
Mhm.
Going
Well-
to different person of finding the information,
Well,
trying
maybe
to
they were
succeed
trying to
until it
see-
actually succeeded.
Okay. Well, maybe they were trying to see how far their ancestors were willing to go to preserve their time. You never know-
I doubt that.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know. It never gives a definite answer. Kind of like
It doesn't, but
is Neil from the future, or does Tenet go back into the past to create this organization? It's
mean,
unknown.
yeah.
It's unclear.
that's one thing. As I said before, I just hate time travel movies because, to me, after looking on it and talking about it, there's just a whole lot of plot holes. To
Okay.
me, at least,
Okay. Well,
but-
I'm trying my best to fill them.
it's not
Because-
working. I appreciate your attempt,
Yeah. You
and I
got
feel
any
like we're just
questions,
making Ethan angry.
You got any qualms with this movie, Ethan?
No, sir.
Problems?
No, sir. Yes,
I do
You
not
just
I do
like
have
this
a
wanna
problem.
hear us-
I do have a
Okay.
problem, Payson.
What is it?
I'm not smart enough to watch it, so it makes me mad, Payson.
You know what? I'm starting to feel that way too. Because apparently Payson understands this movie and I don't, and I'm angry.
I mean,
Yeah.
I will say this.
Then
watch
again, he's seen it twice, so
Well, I liked it the first time.
it gives you the upper hand.
I liked it the first time. The second time, I just watched it to see all the friendly banter that they had all the time. Because, like, Neil and the protagonist had all this funny banter, like, every
Yeah.
other scene.
Another thing is when cat was killed with the inverted round.
She wasn't killed.
Well, she was almost
wounded.
killed.
Almost killed.
She was
Yeah.
almost killed, okay?
Yeah.
When all that was happening and he was talking backwards to him, and the protagonist understood him perfectly while he was talking backwards and answering all the questions.
Did you not see that they had a speaker that would reinvert the language back to the other side?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that. Whoops.
Okay.
Whoops.
But yeah, they had that.
Okay. That fixes something. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought that part was cool. So
To me, I wanted more inverted fighting.
that was pretty interesting. I like that a lot.
I wanted more of it because
Okay.
it was really cool. I
Yeah.
wanted more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like 2 inverted people fighting from 2 different timelines, that would have been really cool and funny.
Well, you saw that.
I mean,
You saw that when Tenet was fighting himself.
well, no. Well, yes, but
You can't have two
I
inverted
suppose.
people fighting. That's just people fighting backwards.
no. Yeah.
They're both going in the same
You're
time
right.
stream.
I wish you saw more of that though.
People fighting, like you would be in the time going forward, and they would be in backwards, and you'd be seeing them fighting. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I get what you're
Like,
saying.
if they
but-
had inverted assassins going out to kill them pretty much. Something like to that effect or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's fictional. They can do whatever they want. Make it happen.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what I want.
That's just another plot hole for Payson to find and fill.
It's a movie that you should just look, watch, and just not ask questions. Because when you start asking questions, then it hurts your head and you just give up and you hate the
It's like
movie.
Taking a whole
that's where
class
I'm at.
on
Yeah,
time travel
that's-
and Tenet.
That's where
It-
I'm at right now.
It's too much to take in. I'm trying to watch The Road to Dorado. You know, I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to watch Kronk's New Groove, bro. I'm trying to watch.
All
I'm
right
trying-
now.
You know, no.
Okay.
I'm just
You know
saying,
what we haven't been
I'm just
doing?
saying, look, they don't have me out here breaking my brain cells, bro. My brain meters is all the way down after watching Tenet.
Yep.
I'm done.
You know what we haven't been doing?
Right.
And we can start it right now again? Who is Kronk?
Yeah,
I will say Neil.
Neil?
Yeah. He is the comedy relief.
we did
in
it last
some
week,
areas.
and we made up for last week. Or last week.
because-
Last week.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think we did it during Wonder Woman.
No,
No, not
I'd
last
say
week, the
for
week
Wonder
before.
Woman, I would say. For Wonder Woman, I'm gonna have to say.
It's probably the Scottish dude, or the
Yeah.
not Scottish, Irish.
No, he was Scottish.
Was he Scottish? No, yeah, Scottish.
He was Scottish.
I was right the first time. Yeah, Scottish.
I'd say the Scottish dude, and then the I forget what is the little Sammy, I believe.
Yeah.
That was our review of Tenet.
You don't know how much this hurts me inside. All right. All right. Ib Q Texan Oof East. And there we go.